here and has now come out and said, I think it was earlier today, right? Yes, it
Yep.
was 9:40ish
Yeah.
a.m. my time.
Mhm.
He came out and said, after meetings with AJ, Rob McCracken, and the management team in New York, we have today triggered the contracted rematch clause with Andy Ruiz Jr. The fight will take place in November/December at a venue to be confirmed shortly. And just to add to this quickly, I want to see if I put it up. I maybe didn't put it up. I think it was Sean Nam who came out and said that sources were telling him that London was where they wanted it. So I'm assuming like 02. I would assume because it would be November, December. That's not going to be
Yeah, he said.
Wembley.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, definitely won't be
So
Wembley.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming maybe they go 02 and maybe do like a 20,000 seater and high priced tickets. Maybe they do that. Um,
Yeah.
and honestly, like there's a benefit to not doing stadium shows all the time. Like it makes them feel special. If you're AJ, like go back to the 25,000 seaters and just up the ticket prices. You're still going to sell out because you're fucking Anthony Joshua in the UK. It's London. And for the big fights, you go back to Cardiff or Wembley, right? Like those are for bigger fights in my mind. At least
That fight.
I think there's a benefit to promoting it that way, or at least sort of differentiating like fights, at least in some aspect. Because otherwise, I think you're just going to sap out the market with 70,000, 90,000 seaters over and over again. I don't know if the market can sustain that.
Huge, though. This fight is huge.
It is huge, but AJ has done how many stadiums in the last how many fights? Like he's done what 4 in a row, not including this U.S. fight, obviously. Was it 4 or like 3?
Klitschko, Takam, Parker,
Povetkin.
Yeah, 4.
So 4. Yeah. I think you go back to a 20,000 seater. I think why not? And again, it's still gonna be a big fight, but the ticket prices are gonna sort of reflect that more at the 20,000 seater than the 70,000 seater. But back to the topic of the rematch. Rob, I feel like it was pretty obvious that this was the right move to make. I think brand-wise, to not take the rematch clause would have been really damaging to AJ, more so than the L, to be honest. I think it would have looked worse if AJ took the L and didn't want to fight him again than just taking the L.
Like, I'm not being funny. Yes, we underestimated Ruiz, but what would have been a comeback fight for Joshua or a tick-over fight? It would have been an Andy Ruiz, right? Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
where does he
before
go?
Saturday, yeah.
How does he come down from what would have been perceived Andy Ruiz as like a voluntary ticket? Well, this was a voluntary, right? A late stand-in.
Chisora.
Yeah, well, he's going to fight him, their friends, but yeah, that kind. I know what you. Yeah,
it would have been that type.
No, I think he's going to have to go away. Obviously, they're gonna. He said, they're triggering the rematch clause, right? So, but he needs to go away, reassess, look at it. I mean, I think Fu sent a topic. It's I think it's quotes from Lennox Lewis. You don't go into university with a third grade teacher. So that's his swipe at McCracken, I guess. That he's.
I'm Phil. I'm very Phil.
You like that, did you?
That was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't agree with it, but I love pettiness. You know me.
Yeah, not bad for a Canadian. Nice one. But but yeah, no, I think he has to do the rematch, and it's huge. The story. Can Joshua come back, become the 2-time unified heavyweight champion of the world? I know there's been huge speculation about, does Andy Ruiz vacate a title? Does the sanctioning bodies get involved with this? Would it then lead to maybe like Usyk and Dillian White for the vacant WBO? Would Usyk want that? Would he want to test the heavyweight waters first, which would then mean White versus Fury and all that kind of stuff? But it looks like the sanctioning bodies aren't going to get in the way of this, which makes total sense because the sanctioning fees for a Joshua fight, the bigger event is just going to make them more money. So, I believe that IBF have already said they are willing to allow an exemption for this rematch to take place. So yeah, they've got to come out and do this. I don't think that you can't go away and have some really low tier fight to get AJ's you know, people saying he needs a fight to get his confidence back. This, that, and I don't know, but
he looked great. He looked great till he got hit, man. That shit happens. Like, it's very simple. Like, Occam's razor is usually how I like figure out solutions. If the question is how did AJ lose, and the simplest answer is Ruiz is really good and he hit him and he hurt him, and everything changed after that, and that is probably the answer. That's the simplest answer to that question. It's probably the right answer. And if you look at Ruiz's career, it's pretty obvious that he is a talented fighter, and he just lucked out in certain occasions in his career to really show how great he was. This was a moment to show how great he was, and he took full advantage of this opportunity.
He was overlooked. I
was.
as well. I think there was all talk. You know, the whole week was about Wilder, and then Wilder said he's doing the Ortiz match. AJ said, right. People said, well, you know, what about Fury? Yeah, I'll sit down with you. It was all looking past Andy Ruiz. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? And then, you know, the guy that you were actually confronted with put it on you and fucked you up, basically. You know,
Agreed.
Put it on you big time. But yeah.